Or do I have to go?
Can you hear my washing machine?
Only a little bit.
Yeah, I pause it. I'm gonna pause it.
Or do I have to? There we go.
Can you hear my washing machine? Oh, yeah, we got live.
All right, it looks like we're live. It's working. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
And there's Roberto.
Oh, wait.
Just in time, as usual.
Right on time. Hey, so we are Gimbalabs, and Roberto will be right back. My name is James. This is my co-founder, Julie.
Hi, everyone.
And that's not what I want. I want to turn that on. As you can see, we are still figuring out our act, but that should do. So we are Gimbalabs, and we are 3 weeks into being funded by the Catalyst community. And we want to make these weekly Friday updates just as a quick way to share what we're up to, because we so deeply believe that as a Catalyst project that we want to just keep you posted on what we're up to. Okay, so this is our quick little model. Every week, our agenda is the same. We want to give some shout outs to some people we've been working with and who we admire, give you some updates about what we've done, share with you our next steps for the upcoming week, and then maybe ask you if there's any next steps that you want to take. Okay, and if you're watching on YouTube, we'll stick around for Q&A just in case anybody has a few questions at the end. All right, so we can hop right in. This week's shout outs. It's been such an exciting week. The three of us had a chance to check in just a few hours ago, and we were just all saying, wow, so many things we expected happened and so many things we didn't expect happened. And all of that comes back to just the surprising and invigorating conversations that we're having with people from across the Cardano community. So a couple of shout outs in particular. Wanted to shout out Buki and Faye and the rest of the Proof of Africa team for jumping in to our newest developer course. We started on Wednesday and we had another session this morning. I'll say a little bit more about this course when we get to what we've accomplished this week. But I've just been so impressed by everybody's ability to jump in and not be afraid to try new things and to experiment. It's been so fun already, and I'm just over the moon excited about where we're going to go next.
Right, and then we have Tom and Alex. Actually, Tom and Alex are quite a bit time behind the scenes, actually, since November last year. And it is just a pleasure to work with them. They are creating the Gimbalabs logo for us and all what is around the branding assets that come with that. We are so thrilled. Hope this we can show you and we launch it in the next upcoming weeks. And thank you for that, Tom and Alex. Really happy to have you on board.
Okay, then we have Priyan, especially about the whole guild community that runs the development of CN tools. Thanks to them for being pioneers, truly pioneers, testing all the bleeding edge stuff and trying to design the horizon along with the IOHK team and the whole community. We've been doing some great testing on our own testnet. Well, the guild community testnet, which has very fast epochs. Instead of the 5 days we are used on testnet and mainnet. Yeah, trying to keep the speed up.
Man, it's so fun seeing the work that comes out of there. And finally, to everybody who finished off a proposal to fund Project Catalyst, we just want to shout you out. It's been so inspiring reading up on what people are thinking on idea scale. that alone is, we're grateful for that. And then for all of the conversations we've had, it's been really fun connecting with a lot of you, just hearing, your hopes for your project and what sort of support you need. And we're just so excited to keep those conversations going. So thanks everybody for inspiring us. All right, this week, it was a busy week. We'll just go through this list pretty quickly. I wanted to share that we wrapped up the very first iteration of a intro to developer course with some of the folks from the Adopt community and then others who were stopping by. Juan, Quasar, A stopped by and gave some great feedback on Monday, and we had some pretty cool ideas coming out of that for how to establish both deep dives in a live and in-person setting and really capitalize on what you can do with that sort of venue, along with some ideas for eventually having some more bite-sized content. So people who have a limited amount of time can jump in and learn that way. So there's some really cool collaborative efforts starting there. I already mentioned the POA team. We launched that course on Wednesday. And one of the things I'm most excited about in that course is that we are increasing the focus on project-based learning, really trying to find just the right task to send people off with. So that's a work in progress, but definitely a direction that we're headed.
Then we have some updates in the infrastructure side. We've deployed the new versions needed to be ready for the hard fork combination event of Mary. That already happened on testnet. Everything went really smooth. We are playing with a native asset there. We will be forking mainnet really soon, hopefully the end of this month, if everything every checklist is green on testnet. Also, we've deployed Cardano Rosetta, which is the Cardano implementation for the Rosetta specification that basically tries to give a standard way to operate between different networks on an abstract level of tokens, parameters, and etc. Finally, from my side, we've been working with Kyle from Lyft and now Cardano on-chain show on YouTube and Twitch. We had a live session and we were hacking Cardano Meta Handler toy project I built some days ago and fixed it to be really useful because it had some really nasty bugs that so hopefully we can make of something useful from this proof of concept really soon.
It was so fun watching you guys do that yesterday. Yeah, thanks, Kyle, for that. If you see this, Julie, you want to take these last two?
Yeah, I mean, they come quite together. Like we're working on our high-level strategy and figure out how we want to build the system of collaboration through partnership in its core at the end. It's very, very important. It like turns around all around partnership and with that we just took on the business model challenge really in a deep understanding to deep dive into each of those components, from value proposition to segments to relation to what are the key main activities and resources we need to focus on. So there is more to come. We are committed to define something literally that we will present either or the other way. We just need to figure out, but it's coming in the next weeks. We really want to make it very serious and think about hard on it.
Yeah, one of the like conversations that keeps coming up is just about seeing this moment in history as an opportunity to do things maybe a little bit differently.
Different.
And it's really easy to apply existing models to a new venture like this one. And I use the word easy just because it's more like, it's kind of like the default setting, right? Like, oh yeah, this is how things are done. Let's keep doing it like that. Internally between the three of us, and also in conversations we've been having with some of these thought partners we're mentioning, it's the attention to not settling for the way things are, but really questioning what we might do differently, from big things to little things, has been really helpful, but it's slow work. Luckily, I think we're in the right place, because the Cardano community is known for taking time to do things right. And we want to uphold that tradition, because we have our eyes on the much longer term goals. So thanks to everybody who's contributed to that. And we're eager to have a lot more to share, but both in how we decide to do things, but also sharing out in an open source way what we discover, so other people can pick up those threads and run with them. So our next steps is to continue a lot of this work related to our research agenda, and beginning to execute on that is questions of growing our team and questions of future funding. So we're beginning to look ahead to Catalyst Fund 4 or Fund 5, providing us a space to say, okay, based on what we've done so far, we recognize we need a team of this size to accomplish this list of goals. Maybe we will be ready to submit that for Fund 4, but we're not, we don't feel pressure to rush for that. It's more that we want to get the questions right and be able to share with all of you something worthwhile, so that we can continue to build on this work. I'll continue building out the course materials with the Adopt course. Version 2 of that starts next week, and continuing to build out the POA course. There's going to be a lot of overlap between those. And we have some exciting project ideas that we'll start talking about. But what's exciting is that I think about these live and in-person courses as field research for upcoming starter kits. So we're testing out ideas, ways to say things, ways to share tools, and hopefully anybody who would rather just take in an asynchronous starter kit is going to benefit from this work because of the things we learn in the live courses.
So in the same way, we are developing our infrastructure as a continuous process. We need to work on many different things on infrastructure, from monitoring, continuous integration, continuous deployment, hopefully. It's a good example of what James just said, that we are iterating, but we are ready for the unexpected. So our plans for this week my plans personally was to deploy Postgres WebSocket API we could use to plug, let's say, a wallet and listen to metadata events from the Cardano DB Sync database. But the cool thing is that we met with Priyank from Guild community, and we were talking about Cardano Rosetta and how Leaf Wallet could use Rosetta instead of using 3 different APIs. So consolidating was a really important matter, and to keep that momentum, keep that line of work going, I spent the week deploying Rosetta, and also with the testnet update proposal from IOHK to fork to Mary, we needed to rush on updating versions of Cardano Node and Cardano DB Sync. So yeah, we are ready for the unexpected, and we are ready to do things differently. That takes some improvisation, I guess.
I love it. We're using, in the dev courses, we're using Next.js, the React framework. And in part, we're using that because it makes it a bit easier to consume APIs. So we're really excited to be training some new developers to use that tool over the next few weeks. And Roberto, we'll have to have you come in as a guest lecturer to show off some of these toys you've created and incorporate them into these projects. It's going to be really fun. So each week we like to finish up with your next steps, because, you know, really the whole point of Gimbalabs is to try to meet people where they're at and find ways for all of us to engage in what Cardano is rolling out right now. So if you are a Catalyst proposer, wondering about some element of your work and need to have a conversation, if you reach out to us, it's not just the three of us, but we have a really generous community on Discord of people who just love to contribute to problem solving. It's amazing the conversations that have started to pop up there, and we're really excited for that to continue. So if you have big ideas, you need to talk through them with somebody, or, you know, we just rattled off a list of tools that Roberto's working on. You know, if you have questions about any of this stuff, or if you hear something that we're telling you and you think to yourself, oh, you know what, that might be the thing I need, reach out to us. And because, you know, us and other people in our community would be really thrilled to talk through both the technical know-how and the implications of integrating with this or that tool. So I'll drop a link to our Discord in the show notes for this quick update, and you can track us down. Ryan, man, it's so fun having you. Thanks for dropping by again. You didn't introduce us to Soldier Boy yet, but we're not going to hold you to that too closely. And Juan's here, thinking of partnerships. Past funds provide a great source of projects that need the infrastructure. Man, thanks, Juan. That's what we're hoping for, is to get these avenues working in both directions, right? New projects who need certain tooling, we want to help them find it. And once projects launch, you know, anybody who's creating a DApp in Fund 3 right now is likely to create some new tooling that could support somebody else, right? And we really want to encourage you to share that, right? If you figure out a solution to a little problem, that's such an amazing way to contribute to this wider project, because we're all on the same journey. We're trying to make Cardano make a difference in the world, right? So hopefully we can help you find some place to do that. Ryan's cracking me up in the chat here. Sorry. Good. What else? What did we miss?
I think just shout out to the community, to the support. I mean, we have several interactions on Twitter. We probably will get stronger in the upcoming weeks and months with all what we're building. And just thank you for the support, for the contributors, for the help that we are getting.
Amen. Amen. We got Kyle in the chat. Lots of fun with Roberto yesterday. Meta handler will be fun to build on top of. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Cannot wait to play with that. Kyle, if you ever want to guest lecture with some brand new devs too, you know, I'd love to have you there. So a lot of those conversations to come. Can't wait, to put meta handler in some people's hands. And what my understanding is that if it's on testnet, we can go ahead and like try to break stuff, right? Safely.
And for free.
Yep, break stuff for free. Low stakes. Good.
Yep.
All right, thanks everybody. We will see you the same time next week. We're going to go live it's 12:30 Eastern when we go live, so 5:30 GMT each week to close out the week and talk about what we've been up to. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you real soon.
Bye-bye.